start. I would like to say to you all, welcome and thank you for coming this evening. We will be filming this to make sure that we've got it for history for years to come. So if any of you don't wish to be in the film, John is here making our film. I know that other people around the room have already got their mobile phones out doing filming. Please make sure that you don't get in the way of anybody's camera if you don't want to be on any footage, just so you're aware. Thank you for that. We have a lovely evening planned. I hope you've all got your programmes. Please bear with us as we go through. And I'm just waiting for the last people to get into place, which is why I started talking early, because then they know, because if Chris is talking, it's time to move. And it's time now to have a lovely evening where we can remember and reflect on 100 years ago today. Thank you.
Madam Mayor, Deputy Lieutenant, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. 100 years ago, the First World War ended and a new world began. The example and experience of those who lived through it shaped the world that we live in today. Today, on Armistice Day and Remembrance Sunday, the United Kingdom and many worldwide mark the centenary of the day when the guns finally fell silent. Today's beacon ceremony stems from a comment made on the 3rd of August 1914 by Britain's Foreign Minister at the time, Sir Edward Grey. He was looking out of his office window at dusk as gaslights were being lit along London's Mall, when he remarked to a friend, "The lamps are going out all over Europe. We shall not see them lit again in our lifetime." In 1914, our country was plunged into the silent darkness of the First World War. And it would be 4 very long years before Britain and Europe would again experience the light of peace. In remembrance of the end of the war and of the millions who were killed or came home dreadfully wounded, beacons of light will be lit around the country at 7 o'clock this evening. The beacons will symbolise the light of hope that finally emerged from the darkness of war. And bells, silenced during the conflict, will remind us of the rejoicing many felt at the cessation of war. In tonight's event, we will also commemorate the huge army of women and men on the home front, who often in dangerous and exhausting conditions underpinned the war effort, keeping the wheels of industry turning and bringing home the harvests. As we gather here together to recall the end of one war, let the beacons of light and the ringing of bells help us remember that we have a responsibility, each one of us, to honour those who died by ensuring that we reject violence in all its forms. And let us resolve to work for peace, peace in our own lives and in the lives of all the people of the world. The order of service will follow as shown in your programmes, but at 6:50 we will stop the proceedings and move into today's ceremonial activities outside. We will be uniting with similar ceremonies throughout the country. And once these ceremonies have concluded, we will pick up proceedings again here indoors from where we left off.
A poem for doomed youth by Wilfred Owen. What passing bells for these who die as cattle? Only the monstrous anger of the guns, Only the stuttering rifles' rapid rattle can patter out their hasty orisons. No mockeries now for them, no prayers nor bells, nor any voice of mourning save the choirs, the shrill demented choirs of wailing shells, and bugles calling from sad showers. What candles may be held to speed them all? Not in the hands of boys, but in their eyes shall shine the holy glimmer of goodbyes. The pallor of girls' brows shall be their pall. Their flowers, the tenderness of patient minds, at each slow dusk, a drawing down of lines.
where we need some help from you. You do have words in your sheet. We're going to sing Pack Up Your Troubles. We're going to do that twice, and then there's a little link and we go on to Tipperary. And you will then continue to sing Tipperary while the choir picks up on Pack Up Your Troubles and we put the two songs together. Okay?
Pack up your troubles in your broken bag and smile, smile, smile. While you wish in front to light your flag, smile, boys, dancers, smile. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your broken bag and smile, smile, smile. Pack up your troubles in your broken bag and smile, smile, smile. While you listen to light your flag, smile, boys, dancers, smile. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your broken bag and smile, smile, smile. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there. It's a blackberry apple Tipperary, there's the wine and wine. It's a long way to Tipperary, and to Sligo's Carolina. Goodbye, Piccadilly. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, and there's miles, miles, miles.
Just we've got a little bit of time in hand. So keep home fires again. You've got the words in your program. I won't do it again when we get back later. So if you know the melody, you've got the words here to sing, and the children will join in the choruses. Yes, page 5. No, page 9.
They were summoned from the hillside. They were pulled in from the men, and the country found them ready at the serving
the way outside, leaving the military the area of the War Memorial to stand close to. So public can stand to the left and military to the right, that would be lovely.
Hooray! Hooray! Up!
grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
Hooray! Shut down! Eat!
Tribute to the millions. Let us remember those who so selflessly gave their lives at home and abroad, whose sacrifice enables us to enjoy the peace and freedom we have today. Let us remember those who came home wounded, physically and mentally, and the friends and family who cared for them. Let us remember those who returned to restore their relationships and rebuild their working lives after years of dreadful conflict and turmoil. Let us remember the families that lost husbands, sons and sweethearts. Let us remember the servicemen, merchant seamen, miners, brave civilians and others from the Commonwealth and Allied countries who fought, suffered and died during 4 years of war. Let us remember those in reserved occupation and the brave people who kept us safe on the home front, the doctors and nurses who cared for the wounded, the women and men who toiled in the fields, those who worked in the factories, who all played such a vital role in the war effort at home.